Since we have just touched on finding your survival minimum or your required spending, let's take a minute to discuss a very important topic. And that is, how do you find out what is your minimum and your happy salary when it comes to your job? First, we start by identifying your survival minimum. Remember, this number is not what you need to be happy. It is what you need to keep you from going hungry or homeless. In this particular example, that number is $3,012 a month, which means I need to have at least $3,012 going into my bank account that I can use each month. And the breakdown of that use is as shown in the table, to pay my bills and cover my most basic cost of living. That's it. Now, from doing my homework, I know that my own personal finances, I've discovered that there are some expenses that need to be paid on top of those bare minimum requirements, such as taxes for my government, tithing for my church, and combined, they make up about 35% of my monthly income. What that means is that my monthly minimum of $3,012 is not the minimum monthly paycheck that I should be getting from my job. That number is actually only 65% of that paycheck. So what I do to figure out the number that should be on my paycheck is divide the 3,012 by 0.65, because that's 65%. And so I get $4,633. That's the number before the deductions, before the taxes, and before the tithing. Now remember, that number was for my own circumstances. I looked at my previous paychecks, the deductions, and found that 35% deductions to be what was applicable to me. For you, that number might be very different depending on where you live and if you choose to follow the law of tithing, which I highly recommend, as it is God's law that promises prosperity. Now, one last note. This number of $4,633 is what I should be getting monthly before the deductions, but I probably won't see it this way. And that's because most companies pay their employees every 2 weeks instead of once a month. But when you are negotiating a salary for your new job, you usually don't get the monthly dollar number, you get the annual salary. What you do here is simply grab that number, the monthly number, and multiply it by 12, because there are 12 months in a year. And that's your minimum salary, which in this case is more than $55,000 a year. Once again, remember, this isn't the salary you need to be happy. This is the absolute minimum. This is the bottom boundary. So what this means is that if you are the sole provider for your household and any given job offers you this salary, you will be in survival mode until it changes. And if any job offers you less than this, you must either negotiate up or decline the job offer because your survival needs will not be met. So that's how you figure out your survival salary, your minimum salary. But you're not here just for the minimum. You're here to find that happy salary. And it's actually quite simple once you figure out your minimum. Here it is. You'll take your minimum annual salary and double it. That's it. That's your happy annual salary. Now, we didn't just double your minimum for fun. There's a science behind this, and it's called the 50-30-20 rule. The 50-30-20 rule says that for you to be happy with your finances, 50% of your income should go to meet your needs. These needs we have identified as your survival needs. 30% of your income should go to your wants. You use this to treat yourself, to enjoy your life in any way that you choose. And 20% of your income should go to savings, either raw savings, savings for vacations, investments, anything else that will allow you and give you peace of mind because you are putting money away for a rainy day. So by following the 50-30-20 rule, you double your minimum salary and find your happy salary. And that's the salary that you should be aiming for.